Oh, yeah!
This is Liberty Prime with Base Builders, and welcome back to Planet Coaster 2. Now, for a little while longer, here in career mode, we are going to continue messing around with this first park. Although I recently discovered that I can't alter the terrain in the first park, which is a bit of a huge lack for me, so I think that soon we will move on to the next park, but we've got a few more things that we want to go ahead and take care of. And the first one is going to be to add in one more coaster over here. There's probably a few other places where we can add some, but let's see, I can't remember where exactly the limits are, but I think it's real close to here. I don't think I can get too close to the coast. I do have a little bit of open space over here, maybe. But for the moment, we are going to be working right here. So let's zoom on in. And you know what? I kind of meant to mess with the settings to see if I could figure out how to make the camera not annoy me so deeply. But I think that's going to have to wait between this episode and the next episode. Because right now what we're going to do is add in a new coaster. And I am aiming for the wild mouse. Let's see if searching will help. Yes, mouse. There is only one mouse coaster, which makes a lot of sense. I've forgotten that it takes it away. Send your guests wild with this small but mighty layout. Alright, let us put in the wild mouse. I'm kind of tempted to just, scale it up a little bit. And you know what? I see a way to do that, so I might do exactly that in just a few minutes. But let's go ahead and rotate it to about where we're going to want it. Ooh, didn't mean to hit the Z that hard. Let's zoom out a little bit and see how much space we've got. Because I am suddenly seized by interest in this scaling option. Let's see. Well, now I know that I can change the cues around, and I can change where that gateway is, because I do want the gateway to open onto the road. So let's just go ahead and plonk it. I also remember that last time I plonked it, I was surprised by the fact that once I had changed the position of the rest of this, the platform actually went along with it. And I think that I can't remember now if I had failed that mission before, or if I just never really confirmed it before. But, well, we'll find out today. Yes, it's closed. The coaster is indeed untested. I am not done with it yet. Let's select it. It's kind of hard to tell whether or not it's selected because there's all this white stuff anyway, and it's a white outline when it's selected. So let's just, let's see. Let's think for a second. I think the first thing I want to do, or try to do, I think I will go ahead and select it even though it appears to already be selected. Just want to make sure that the platform is at least selected, whether that sticks or not. Confirm selection. And now my plan is, let's see. Well, my plan was to scale it up. Okay, that might do the trick here. Well, something is being scaled up. Don't really want it to be 188%. Let's see if it'll let me type in here. It looks like it will. That's excellent. Well, if I were to hit the right buttons, that would probably help too. Wow, that was a long fraction. Let's see. Okay, I was going for maybe 150. And well, I wasn't really paying attention to this, so I'm not sure if that part scaled. Now what I'm hoping is that after I have clicked this, it didn't do what I was hoping it would. Oh well. So let's Z that. Okay, apparently it only selected this part. I wonder if I can, scale the whole coaster in some form or fashion. let's see. Let's go back over here. And no, it won't allow me to scale it. Oh well. I think I still need to move it though. Because I was, depending on scaling it. So we are going to see it around a little bit. Oh, no, we'll just do this. And find out whether or not the other stuff goes with it. If it doesn't, we'll just, reverse, or we'll just Control Z a whole bunch here. Well, the queue didn't go with it, but at least the platform did. Let's see if that's elevated enough. That actually might be. Alright, let's get the Rowdy Mouse entrance thing moved into place. You know what, I don't really like the positioning in that, and it's going to be easier to just Z back, or Control Z back. Okay. Mighty Mouse, let us do a better job of plonking you this time. It would be helpful if this menu were out of my way. Kind of wish it would sort of automatically disappear whenever you have selected the thing that you want to buy. But we can't have everything. That is an awfully small coaster. Well, I guess that just means more room for shops and scenery and all that kind of good stuff. Let's just put that there. I can't remember what this little path leads to. Oh, I bet this is up to... Yeah, this is a staff path up to generator stuff. We can possibly conceal that a little bit better as time goes on. But for now, let's go ahead and make them stop complaining about not being able to reach the ride with some nice queue paths. And we can just go straight on here. Don't think this is going to be the most popular ride in the world, so don't really mind doing a little bit of not too long of a queue. And I was already... Oh, I hate the camera. I hope that there's something in the settings that'll fix that. Let's see what this is complaining about. Yes, guest can't reach Rowdy Mouse. I'm going to dismiss you. Be gone. And now what we're going to do is customize this queue to match it to the pre-existing queue. Copy existing texture. Yes. And now... Oh, I don't think I ever figured out how to, transfer it to this, did I? I'm not trying to cross you, I'm trying to make you a different color here. Oh, darn it, I should have figured out how to do that, shouldn't I? Customize extras. I could just, remove this. Let's see. How do I do this? Vertical, horizontal. How about something that matches this? I don't mind having it be wooden. What on earth? How do I do this? Alright, you know what? I will be back in 0 seconds after I have figured out how to do this. Alright, well, y'all, I was hoping that I would have an answer after that. I don't really, but, we're still going to keep trying. And I will do a bit more research when I'm actually done. But anyway, first of all, let's make sure that we're in queues. And customize style. Copy existing texture. Now, in theory, I should be able to just, see, I'm supposed to be able to just click on this path and it's supposed to, work. But it doesn't, so I think my best solution is going to be to pick my... Okay, well, if I were to copy this style, if I were to delete this, and then copy this style, then just build a new one, that's going to be my best bet for the moment. But I don't like not knowing how to do this thing. I don't like deleting that. There we go. Well, let's just keep on trying with this. And remember the part where I copy this, copy existing texture, and then build one of the correct texture, which is not giving me a... Oh yeah, it wouldn't give me a length, would it? I mean a width, would it? Alright, well, at least that did a thing. So let's go over to this and see. Now again, in theory, I can copy this. I'll give it a shot. I do actually still want to copy the one that has railings. I don't think we really desperately need them. But sure, why not? Let's see, we had... Now that's... Okay, yeah. Here is something that I would like to copy because it has railings. So maybe that means that my new path will have railings. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Wouldn't that be just exactly what we actually want? It might be. Now, I think I'm going to just get rid of this and start fresh with what I want. It's going to be a much more gradual curve down. Let's see. A new path that is 4 in width. And let's see what happens when we just go right over here. Actually, I'm going to switch it to straight here. Okay. You are hooked on... No, I switched you to straight. I'm pretty sure. There we go. Yep, let's just go with that and see what happens. Alright, yes, and it has railings all the way down. So lovely. As I understand it, the people aren't going to actually leave the path, so I don't really need to have those railings in order to make sure that they don't fall off or anything like that, but it just, you know, it looks right. It seems like the way to go. And now I want to make sure that they can get their heads underneath this. I don't think any of them are going to be tall enough that that's a concern of any sort, though, so. The queuing is going to be a little bit harder on them than the exiting. I might fix that. I'm not sure. I think it would actually probably be kind of annoying to fix that. It might be best to just leave that slope as the sole source of slope, because then I'd have to, you know, make each of these curves slope down just the right amount or be still. And ooh. And by the way, while I was trying to fix the customization problem, I did take a quick peek at the settings and I made a couple of adjustments that might have helped. There's no telling, but we'll see what happens. I did notice that tree didn't catch me like it usually does, which is at least encouraging, although I don't think I changed any settings that would have fixed that. But anyway, let's get out of the pathing tools and let's select this coaster and maybe give it a good being tested. Alright. Now what are you complaining about over here? Yes, well, they can now, so shut up about it. They can reach it, but they can't actually use it yet because I haven't tested it yet, so leave me alone while I do that. And we're gonna ride this one ourselves. That's usually a good time. Unless it's an extremely slow water ride like that green thing over there. Which, I mean, I'm not going to destroy it. I'm not going to sell it. Ooh, ooh, a little bit janky there. Ooh. The planetcoaster does not do well with sharp curves, apparently. Right. Yep, there's the jank again. This does look like kind of a fun coaster, even if it is very compact. I was a little bit worried about my head there. Woo! Yeah, this is fun. the jag just makes it that much more interesting, I guess. Well, I kind of meant to, look at the numbers while I was doing that. Oh well. Let's go ahead and get out of here. We can stop the testing now. Can't quite remember how that worked. Okay. We are going to go ahead and open this puppy. Oh, and I think I just saw a few fireworks there. That's pretty cool. Alright. Now, for the previous coaster, I did not add any new staff. I think I probably should for this one. And, let's see. Staff. Don't think we need any new janitors for it. But we probably do need at least 1 or 2 new ride attendants. Where are those again? Let's see. Janitor. King Coaster. Okay, this one might not make annoying noises at me, so let's go ahead and put you down there. Maybe you'll be entertainment. Okay. Let me see this again. That's a lifeguard. That's a mechanic. That is a ride attendant. Alright. So you go be here. And you be here. Actually, you be at that other ride, which is somewhere around here. And once again, I didn't get stuck on those trees. I'm still not sure how that got fixed, but it got fixed. Alright. Now you each have a new ride attendant. And that one decided that it didn't need to be over here. The other one may have decided the same thing. But, okay, yeah, that's because I keep hiring them. My staff is looking for work for long periods. Guests think queue has a long queue time. Sorry, guests think forage has a long queue time. Alright. Well, now we should probably do a little bit of just general fixing up around the park. And I think that a good place to start will be to figure out how I'm going to end this road. And you know what? I kind of think that in like a nice little plaza or something, if we've got enough space, that might be the way to go. And I might need to rearrange this queue here. We didn't really need this nice long one anyway. Well, let's see about this. Oh, that's kind of cool. I can see people entering the queue to what apparently is now the Rowdy mouse instead of the wild mouse. That's interesting. And judging by your height, this might actually be a little bit closer of a shave than I thought it would be. I'm gonna have to wait and see how well people can exit out of there. But we don't have to do that right now. Go away, tree. We are definitely getting plenty of new guests for this ride. That's exciting. But let's see. I was trying to plan out where this little plaza dealie could be. And partially my idea was to have some shops around here, but I don't know if there's going to be quite enough room for those. But I'm still sold on the plaza idea, so I think the first thing I'm going to do is make this path a little bit shorter. No, I take that back. The first thing I'm going to do is move some of these benches out of the way and put them someplace a little bit more useful. So we do have plenty more path in need of benches, probably. It's kind of hard to navigate around here. Okay, I'm not seeing any benches here, so let's move some of these. Or maybe just sell them. It'll probably be easier to not go back and forth. Ooh, please let me zoom in. What am I stuck on here? Release me. Yeah, I take it back about the tree thing being fixed. Oh well. See, we're going to delete. I hope I was getting back money for those. I wasn't paying attention. Oh well. Don't think they're super expensive. Let's get back over to where we wanted to add them, which is over here near the tide breaker. And I do eventually want to add a little bit more scenery in. And I do love that there is just this splash every few seconds. It gets a little bit repetitive, but it's, still fun. And what was I doing? Okay, yeah, I was adding some benches. Ooh, and I remember having trouble finding these before. I'm hopeful that I can find them again. Okay, I want... Let's see. I don't think I want blueprints. Maybe I do. Okay, well, that did something. I'll take it. Oh, that's kind of cool. If I can picnic bench one. That might be in my near future. I really do want to get over and make some biking stuff sometime. But here is the mythology theme. It is very hard to spot. Okay. Well, and eventually we'll put some scenery here so that this doesn't look quite so barren. And here you can have a little bit of a sit down after you're done in there. And here we might as well just have something going on. Oh, it's so slow to remaneuver around here. I'm going to try to stay away from those trees. Stay out of range. But yeah, I like putting these in shade, don't I? At least coming as close to it as I can. That's a nice shade, but don't know if we necessarily need one quite as close as that. That's just going to have to work. Alright, so yay have benches. Has about some bins. And I have pretty much forgotten what I was in the middle of working on. Hopefully I can remember it eventually. There is a bin for you. And here's a nice shaded bin over here. Oh yes, a plaza. That's what I was in the middle of building. You definitely need more bins. Bins for everybody. I'm not laying them out as carefully as I like to do, but oh well, it still works. Alright, let's get back over here to where... Okay, this can go away now. Let's get back over here to where we were working. We were working here. I'm gonna try to add in a cute little plaza area here. And I think I'm gonna curve this road so that it's not quite so close to this coaster, and then maybe I can fit something here. So we don't need the full length of this queue. Because look, that's where they are, so we're fine there. Let's get back into the roads and do some destruction. Demolishing. Destruction. I never noticed the brush height thing before. Oh well. Now let's do some targeted demolition here. Can we make it just a little bit shorter? And you might also get just a little bit shorter there too. I hope that they can still get down though. Alright. You know what? I might pause this while I'm working on this because these people, once they get to the end of this path, they're not going to know what to do. So, let's deal with that a little bit better. And what I was going to do now was to build more of this path curved around here, and then come up with a plaza idea somewhere in this general vicinity. Ooh, boy, I wish that this didn't have such in-the-way supports. Oh well, it is what it is. Maybe my little plaza idea is not going to go quite as planned. I was thinking of having just, a circle here. But possibly I'll be able to move this tree. Let's actually go ahead and find that out right now. Can I? Ooh, I cannot. Dang. Are any of you mobile? Maybe this is a problem with it being... Oh, well, with it being that close to the border, that might be part of the problem, but what I was going to say is that maybe it's a problem with it being the intro park. And I would kind of like to finish up here soon so that I can move on to the next park where maybe it will let me mess around with terrain. But I'm honestly growing tempted to just move this entire coaster a little bit this way and a little bit that way so that I have more room for a plaza area here. Although I'm not quite sure yet how big the plaza would have to be in order to accomplish what I was thinking of. So let's just, start doing a little bit of playing around and finding out. And y'all know exactly what I did not say there. Okay, this is an 8. And we are going to make this curved. Going to curve it into right about here. Maybe a little bit over here. It's snapping just a little bit too much for my taste. Well, let's see. But I do want to... Alright, this might almost work. I think what I want to do is stop it just about there. That's not the color I had intended. That's not the pathing I had intended either. So let's Z that out. I'm going to just destroy a little bit more of this queue for the moment. Because I don't want you to hook up yet. I'll just hook you up when I'm good and ready. And let's see. I'm going to go ahead and copy existing texture here. Because I'm certain that I have, changed existing paths before. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong this time. But you know what? I don't really feel the need to know immediately. And I think I'm going to down this angle snap. Well, okay, fine, then be off. I was just going to put you in half, but we can just have you off. That's fine by me. I want to get enough over here so that I can put a nice circle in this little gap here. This might be about what I was thinking of. Alrighty, now, see, I'm going to stop doing this. Well, okay, what I'm looking to achieve is a circle for which I was going to do angle snaps of 45, but I want it to be a circle that ends up with this, kind of like the head of a lollipop. And however, the more I'm thinking about it, the more I kind of like maybe having a little, entrance area to the plaza. And I think I might, I think I might demolish just a little bit more of this path so that I can start it back here. So let's delete this one and then go back into here and just kind of keep trying here. Let's see. Might need to delete a little bit more of the path in order to get the curve that I'm looking for, because that's going to get me a little bit too close to that. So let's just delete one more segment. And we're going to turn off the angle snap while we get this a little bit further over here. But not too far. So a little bit better. Now I might just, let that angle snap stay off while I try to perfect this. Okay. Now you stop being a thing for just a few seconds. And we'll get right back in here. Let's see how well this is going to work. Alright, now I want you to... Actually, I'm just going to start you over here. And then perhaps I can... Ooh. Well, perhaps I should turn the angle snap back on. Didn't want a curve for me. Oh, that almost kind of works. No, it's not curved. That's kind of curved. Let's see. Then I'm going to be trying to round that, which didn't work at all last time I tried it. So let's see if we can... Okay, I think I'm going to delete a segment here, and then I can peel off of it. That's probably not the best way to do it, but it's the only way I can think of for the moment. Let's see. Oh, I want to delete just a tiny little segment. Well, that's about the closest I've come yet. Alright, if we were to delete that, then that would peel off about where I want it to, I think. Let's find out. Alright, yeah, that's peeling off about how I wanted it to. Don't want to get too close to these right there. And it doesn't have to be perfect by any means. Okay. Now, I wonder if just hitting escape... Okay, yeah, just hitting escape was enough. But now I need to get something happening over here. No, that's not what I wanted to get happening. Alright, well, I'll just make it a really skinny little path. Or try to. Wadang. Wadang. Alright. I'm gonna keep trying ways. That does not work. I was hoping I could just, bend it back. But it didn't work. Alright, well, maybe now I'll try the softening thing. Or the rounding tool, excuse me. Okay, brush size, big. How's that sound? Are you going to soften? Well, not quite how I was intending, but at least you did a thing. Yeah, we're going to undo that thing. Apparently I did a whole bunch of it. Okay, Well, this is not going as well as I'd hoped. Let's see. This is definitely not going to turn out how I had pictured it in my head. Maybe I should just be a little bit random. And maybe if I extend this, I can make sort of a teardrop shape thing. And perhaps occupy the space a little bit better. So I think it's going to be best to do that for now. And maybe we can try a better spot for my idea, which will probably involve doing the circle first and then just peeling off of it. Which actually, now that I think about that, that might be what I should do right now. Well, we can always Z back out of it. I'm going to move you much shorter. And I'm going to add you. Don't want a rounding tool. Classic paths. Oh, I should probably eventually try some of these other. That might be the solution to my problem. Okay, I don't want square angle. Well, I don't know which I want. What I want is for this to be all nice and curvy. But I don't know if that's what's going to happen. Yeah, you know what? I'll play around with that when I'm less cramped here. So what we're going to start with is getting a slightly better view. Now, I don't mind being right up under the trees. Let me see where that tree trunk is. Ooh, that's nice and far back. So we can get right up close to this border as far as I can tell right now. So let's just Let's see. I'm going to do angle snap on this one. And I'm going to start you right about... Well, I think this is going to be my first big old spot to avoid. Okay. Let's see. We want a curve. Okay, well, apparently I have to just, actually start it. So that right there is not ideal, but I think that's about as short as I can get this. Okay, stop twitching at me. Alright. Now I was hoping that I'd have something to judge by. And I'm going to possibly just go with these lines. Don't twitch on me. Alright. And I can't tell for sure that you're 45 degrees, but my best guess is that you are. Alright, nice circle. Though I kind of wish I'd made it a little bit wider. Well, you know what? We're doing good so far. So let's just, waste it. Okay, 8 wide. I'm going to go with as wide as it will let me. And I do want to get close to that tree, but not quite as close as I was. Because the idea is to have, a big circle with a small bit of terrain in the middle, and I can put some sort of decoration in that middle. That is my hope. Let's try putting the center of it more like around here. Just hoping that I can avoid various obstacles. That's interesting. Now, I might not be able to pull it quite where I want to. I wonder what's going to happen if I just lay it down there. Oh, it got rid of the support. Oh, that is useful. I can remember that trick. Wonder what happened with that tree. Well, let me spin around and see it. Yeah, okay, the tree is just growing on the path, apparently. Could be worse. Oh, and nice, I can just go ahead and close it off there. If you're not going to let me move that tree, I'm just going to let it be ugly like that. Alrighty. Well, that's still not quite as wide of a path as I was hoping for, and that's a much more misshapen circle than I was hoping for, too. So I think I'm going to undo that last segment and not let it do the whole 180. That might be a little bit tidier. It's still a little bit oval, but it's a little bit better looking. Okay. You know what? I can live with that. Let's see how close that is to the coaster here. Yeah, and I don't think it really bothers me that it's that close. We're going to put something interesting here. I'm kind of picturing like a fountain, but it doesn't have to be that. Well, I'm going to move this back down to 8. Connection square. Angle. I wonder which is a better idea. Well, let's try angle. We haven't done that yet. So anyway, we're going to connect back up to this. And maybe that angle part was a problem. Okay, so I will switch it back to square. That's what I was hoping for. How about you just click on? Who didn't like the idea of just clicking on? Okay, well, that did a better job than it looked like it was doing. And now let's try the rounding tool, but that just never really seems to do what I'm hoping it will do. Okay, well, that's not terrible. It's at least somewhat rounded. It's made the plaza a little bit of an odd shape. I think I'm going to try making the brush a little bit smaller. I'm going to try higher strength first. I'm just curious what that's going to do. Well, that's actually not terrible. That's a little bit close to what I was picturing. Over here I'm going to try a much larger brush size. Don't think I'm necessarily getting that cue, but let's find out what happens. Yeah, I did get that cue. Interesting. It wasn't terrible, it just wasn't, what I had in mind. That, again, is not terrible, but not what I had in mind. It looks more misshapen on this side than on this side. Let's see. Maybe it was just the brush size. Oh, wait, no, I didn't mean to go back that far. No, do it again. Oh, no. No, stop going away. Oh, how do I redo? Is that Control Y, maybe? Oh, phew, thank goodness. See, I've got everything on my setup in every program that I can change it. I have changed Control Y, or that function of redoing. I've changed that to Control Shift C. And so that's what I do by default. It's just sort of how my brain works now. That goes back many years, probably to early Photoshop. But anyway, we got it back. I remember the Control Y is the proper procedure. And I'm still not quite happy with how that's doing that thing. Might get a little bit smaller instead of bigger. I don't think I'm going to need the brush height to be 4. Let's try 2, just so it's a little bit less annoying. Alright, well, it's still making that a little bit misshapen, but oh well. So much more misshapen on this side. That's what's bugging me. That's what's getting me here. But you know what? I'm just going to have to go with it. Alright. Now that's a pretty nice little plaza. I'm going to try to make it a little bit park-like. So let's see if we can find some nice scenery here. Something interesting and maybe fountainy. Or special effect-y. Oh, Well, that's going to be something that I do eventually. Does look like a good time. But what I'm really looking for is just some fountain. Oh, so maybe I'm looking for, let's see, blueprints. Nature. Yeah, this is probably not the right thing for this. What I want is waterfall type stuff or fountain type stuff. Resort centerpiece, huh? I should probably say, well, I didn't mean to click out of it, but this is a little bit more what I had in mind. That's pretty cool looking. Might need to change the size. Or maybe I'll just put this sort of on the side. Let's see if there's anything else similar to it. That would be useful. And I do see some other stuff. It'd be kind of cool to just sort of surround this as well as putting something nice in it. Okay, let's see. Let me see this a little bit better somehow. Okay, that's way too big for that. That would fit there reasonably well and might cover up that weird corner anyway. But I'm not sure that I want it impinging on that particular, those paths quite as much. Let's try zooming you around just a little bit more here. Now this could be made to work. It does fit reasonably well. See, I'm going to go ahead and plonk that down there and reposition it a bit from here. Now, I don't want this to be interfering with the coaster, but it looks like it's probably giving it plenty of space, or almost plenty of space. It's a little bit impinging right there. But we can just move that over a little bit more. And let's see. I'm going to do this a little bit more precisely this time. Just a little touch. And a little touch more rotated, I think. Yeah, I wonder what would happen if I were to rotate the water. Yep, interesting. Well, let's undo. Ooh, no, I didn't mean to go that far back. Control Y. Okay, yeah. I just needed to, not confirm that change, I think. Oh well. I still want to move this a little bit. Yeah. Oh, wait, what happened? I didn't tell it to do that. Whatever it just did. It was wrong for that, is what it was. Alright, now that looks like it's probably gonna miss the coaster. Yeah, that's plenty of room. Alright. Let us confirm the. And let's put at least something more here. Okay, I don't want to edit it. I'm done with it now. Go away. And I hope that I can find some more stuff like that. Let's see how much room we got over here. I was planning to put some shops here, but maybe we'll just make it a little nature preserve area. I do have other places where I can put shops. Like here. I might be wise to put some bathrooms or something over here though. And I'm still not forgetting that this is paused. Oh wait, now it's... Okay, yeah. It's still paused, and I still need to reconnect these paths. I might as well go ahead and do that, and then I can unpause. Okay, B, just about right now. And I'm probably going to need to demolish the lower portion of these paths just so that I can get them to slant down that much that fast. So that's going to be funky looking. Actually, I'm just going to delete the whole paths. Ooh, maybe not this whole queue, but this whole path gets deleted. Deleted, demolished, whatever. I hope those people, don't fall to the ground. I'm really glad that I'm paused. Oh, it won't let me delete the path underneath them. Oh, well, that's... Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, it will. Ha ha. Ha ha. I need to do a better job of that. I'm going to have to practice my ha ha. Alright. I'm sure that my feline family members will enjoy that greatly. Alright, I'm just looking for the straight path here. No, I need to not accidentally make it unstraight as soon as I find the straight path. That would be great. And I don't need it to be 8 wide. We need it to be 4 wide. Okay, now let's keep on trying and eventually I'll get it right. Ooh. The camera is so helpful. Just so wonderful and helpful. Yes, it is. Now I want to make sure that I'm getting that just so. And I don't really mind if it's that color. Kind of goes with the nice boring wood. Although I'm kind of tempted to just make it this orange if I am able to do so. Let's take a quick moment and see if I can customize it that much. I don't think that I'm allowed to pick out colors. The brick path would kind of match it. A vinyl path would kind of match it. Let's see. I don't think it's going to let me customize it. Maybe it's just not a thing that's possible. But I could swear that I have done it before. Ugh. But maybe I'm just imagining it. Oh well. Such is life in Mother Russia or something. For now, I'm just going to go with it because I'm fine with the path. I'm not fine with the color, but I'm fine with the path. So let's go on ahead and put in a little bit more of this. But this one I am going to make sure that it matches what's already here. Alright, we're gonna see what happens here. I hope that it's actually gonna extend down as far as it needs to. And I'm trying to make it match that other stretch of queue. Oh, now that is... No, I don't like that. No, not gonna have that. Wait, ooh. Oh, this camera. I thought I had made it better, but... not enough. You just gotta stop doing that to me, camera. Alright, I think that's gonna have to be good enough, too. Good reef, I don't feel like risking more path ignorance. Alrighty, anyway, we're gonna do just a little bit more scenery here before we call this one. But who knows how long it's gonna take me to pick out my scenery. Now, is this what I just tried? Yeah, that's what I just tried. Let's switch over to this one. Yeah, that's a little bit small, but I can embiggen it. Alright. Now you get to be embiggened. I'm pretty sure I can do that pretty easily. Yeah. Let's get to where I can see it a little bit better and figure out which directions it needs to be embiggened in. It's embiggened enough back there. It's more a side-to-side thing that I've got a problem with, so let's just make the whole thing a little bit bigger because we do have this nice wide path. We got plenty of space to just sort of go over it a little bit. I can't move it yet. Oh. Alright. Well, maybe I can. Ooh, alright. That is convenient. Now let me spin the camera so I can tell. I'm trying to get it at least decently centered. And I want it to be a little bit more on this side than the back side. But you know what? I think I also want to spin it a little bit. So let us do that. Yeah. Let's make sure that it's still reasonably well centered. Because I want it to sort of be pointing at this mouse, the entrance to the plaza. So yeah, that's reasonably well laid out. Now I'm gonna very slowly, very tediously move you just a little bit more. Can't move you that far because I want to move you this far. Both sides. Alrighty, well that's probably pretty good. Go away, tree. Just go away. Oh, go away better. I'm trying to zoom out so that you're not in my grill. I don't even use the word grill often, so I guess I don't use it lightly when I do. Alright, well that's just gonna have to be good enough, and if I want to conceal this grass, I can just find some flowers or something. It's actually not too bad. We got a lot. Ooh, go away, tree. Oh, go away better. Alright, well that's not terrible. I'm gonna see if I want to put in one more little bit of scenery there, but only if it fits. But anyway, let's get back into adding just a little bit more scenery here. Let's see how well this one fits. Oh, let's see how much in the way that stupid menu is. Alright, just gonna go ahead and rotate it. It might kind of fit this way. And I think that some of those supports might move out of my way if needed. Let's see what happens. Well, either I didn't need to, or they did just enough. I think that one might have gotten skinnier. I can't quite tell. I'll find out when I edit the video. Y'all can just rewind if you're curious. But I think that's all that I think that all that's really left here is maybe just a few nice little benches and some bins and all that kind of good stuff. There's still plenty of room to go past this brush. And I'm going to go ahead and hit play because I have already fixed those cues. Not delighted with the color of this one, but I'm just going to go with it. Let's see. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not quite what I had in mind, but it's definitely not too bad. Plenty of nice water to go with all this water here. But let us make us a bench. I might need to get into the correct spot. Because it's not too easy to do searches when I'm, not in the absolute correct menu to do them from. Let's see, a bench here, and a bench here. Goes well with the grass behind it, I guess. And we can put a very well-hidden bench here that's got some tree trunk on the back of it. But you can just use that as a backrest. How's that sound? Seems like a reasonable proposition to me. Now that looks like a nice little hidden bench. I would enjoy that. I'm just trying to get to where I can see things here. Help me out with the camera. Oh, you're no good. Alright, well, we might not need quite that many benches back here, but it's supposed to be just a generic rest area. So let us rest. And it's going to be a lot harder than usual to center things around here, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. I wonder if I could make them stop complaining about Forge being dated if I add some music to it. I think I'm going to move that just a little bit. Well, okay, I'm going to put a bench here to slightly conceal that funky little corner. And I'm going to put the bench right there. And I'm going to do just a few bends while I'm thinking of it. And I'm going to have to put some bathrooms up in here too. But that can wait. Oh wait, I need to actually select the nice little pot. Although now that I think about it, maybe I was using this pot instead of this pot. Well, too late now. I'll deal with that some other time. And we're going to put a nice little bin halfway between these two benches. I'm not being anywhere near as centered with the bins as I tend to prefer, but you know what? It's just, sometimes you gotta just go with the lack of being centered, as much as it bugs me. And it bugs me. But you know what? But I'm trying to get a little bit better about that. Not trying too hard because I don't really care that much, but it seems like a good idea. Seems like it might save some stress in the long run. Alright, well, you know what? We might be done with this little area, and I would like you to go away now. I don't need to do anything here. Just go, okay, that's what I needed to do to get out of there. But alright, I think we've got this little area mostly complete. I still want to add a few shops in here somewhere, maybe there. And we definitely need a bathroom or two over in this section of the park. Because I guess the nearest one is there, maybe? I'm not even sure if that's a bathroom. But we're going to need some bathrooms over here. But I'm hoping that within the next, well, either the next episode or within the next 2 or 3 episodes, we will be able to move on to a new park without losing too much sleep over this one. But anyway, I will see y'all in the next video, and we'll find out what exactly we're going to do. Bye.